y'all, so I just thought I would give you some tips and tricks on how to multiply matrices if you ever come across a problem like that. The first thing you want to make sure when you're trying to multiply matrices is figure out if they can be multiplied in the first place. So let's look at the first pair over here. You want to make sure that the number of columns in the first matrix equal to the number of rows in the second matrix. Otherwise you can't really multiply them. So for this matrix, you have 2 columns, 1, 2, and then for this matrix, you have 3 rows, like 1, 2, 3. Since the number of columns and the number of rows don't match up, you can't really multiply them, so this is out of the question. You can't really do that problem. Now let's go over here. The number of columns in this matrix, there's 2 columns over here, 1, 2, so 1 column, and then over here, this matrix has 2 rows, 1, 2. That means you can actually go ahead and multiply these. So let's do that problem and see what we get. So what you're doing when you're multiplying is multiplying each row by the column in this matrix. So over here, we're adding them up. So 0 times 4. So if you took this over and you rotated it and you lined it up with this matrix over here, what would you get? You have 0 times 4 plus 2 times 5. So for the top part of the matrix, you'd have 0 times 4 plus 2 times 5. Alright, now the bottom row of the first matrix, you have 1 and 3. You do the same thing, you rotate it and multiply by the corresponding values over here. So 1 gets multiplied by 4, and then you add that to 3 times 5. Alright, and then what do you get? So 0 times 4 is 0, plus 2 times 5 is 10, so you get 10 on top, and then 1 times 4 is 4, plus 3 times 5 is 15, so 4 plus 15 is 19, and that is the resulting matrix you get from multiplying those 2 matrices. So you see, this multiplication is actually possible because the number of columns in this matrix matched out with the number of rows in this matrix. Whereas over here, you wouldn't really know what to do because if you take this, twist it, and try to find corresponding values over here, you actually end up with 1 extra value over here, and that kind of throws things off. So those are the basic guidelines for multiplying matrices. In further videos, I will be showing you guys how to work with matrices and how to do various other operations with them. Thank you for watching.